This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us right now. This is the reality for about 2,200 Madison students who are quarantined in Whitty and Celery residence halls. Students had to wait in long lines for meals today as they were told they cannot leave their dorm rooms for the next 2 weeks unless they are getting food from somewhere on campus. There hasn't been a lot of clarification from the university today on what looked like a mad scramble to isolate those dorms last night. Adam Duxter wanted to ask the chancellor and the system president about how they made that decision and what it means for students over the next few weeks. He hasn't had much luck, though, today. Adam?
Well, there are noticeably fewer students on campus today as classes shift online. And while those students found out they were going to be isolated last night via an email, that's also actually the only way we've been able to get any information from UW leadership today. Whitty and Celery halls may not be their permanent home, but Madison's mayor recognized today the students inside are here to stay for now.
Students are a very large population here in Madison, as are UW faculty and staff.
The mayor held her weekly press conference on day one of a 14-day quarantine for those dorms. Mayor Rhodes Conway said, for better or for worse, how the health and mobility of the campus goes, so goes her city.
UW also obviously has a huge economic impact on Madison, and you know, these are the things that we balance.
Public health joined the mayor, noting the campus medical impact is a big one too, as 85% of Wednesday's record 456 coronavirus cases in Dane County are believed to be UW students or staff.
It's really important for everyone in the community, particularly folks on campus, to help us.
But while we could at least hear from city and county leaders, we could only read university responses, as we had to submit the questions in advance. We learned students can go home if they'd like, but when we asked at what point all students might be sent home, a spokesman didn't give a direct answer, instead pointing to such a move going against CDC guidelines. Public Health Madison Dane County says the decision to put all these students together could actually make more students get the virus faster. They're asking the university to increase testing capabilities and add additional contact tracers.
Most importantly, we need people to make good decisions about what's most important in this time. And I would argue that the health and safety of individuals and our entire community is the most important thing in this time, and I hope that people will make decisions accordingly.
And again, all those responses we're getting from the university today are coming in the form of written responses from a university spokesperson. As we were told today that Chancellor Rebecca Blank did not have time for an interview. I did ask that spokesperson, what about students who decide this isn't worth it and want to go home and get a refund? And he says right now the university's emphasis is on health and safety, but says their concerns about the university finances are, quote, present and growing.
All right, Adam Duxter, live on campus. And today was day one of quarantine for hundreds of UW-Madison students in Celery and Whitty halls. The university announced last night that these students must quarantine for 2 weeks following a rise in COVID cases. Our Jamie Perez spoke to students today to talk about what the past 24 hours has been like for them. Jamie?
Yeah, crazy. That's how most people here that I've talked to today are describing this entire situation. A lot of students say that they're frustrated with the university's handling of the situation, saying that they didn't get enough adequate notice, leaving them scrambling last night to prepare for this 2-week quarantine. Now, that's coming from the students who decided to stay here in these buildings. Many students I heard from say their friends have left, some just for 2 weeks, others for the rest of the semester. This one gal that I talked to from Brookfield, Wisconsin, said that after last night's announcements, she was just done and is going home for the rest of the year.
I just feel safer doing classes from home as is. I mean, I don't really know if it's going to get any better, and if quarantine's going to get extended. I would rather have more freedom at home to quarantine for one, and then also just get out, get some fresh air.
And we saw her and several others packing up their cars this morning, and several other students saying that they're still deciding on whether they will go home or not. So, but for the students that are still living here, what is life like inside these dorms? I will have a recap of day one and these students' experiences coming up for you tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Well, students juggling a lot. Jamie, thank you. And before UW-Madison announced it would be going virtual for the next 2 weeks, along with quarantining those dorms, County Executive Joe Parisi had asked UW to simply send students who were living in the dorms home. But that request has mixed reviews from medical officials and professionals. One of the top doctors in the country, Anthony Fauci, said that sending students back to their hometowns or among their vulnerable household could be the worst thing to do. Dr. Jeff Potoff with UW Health agreed with Dr. Fauci.
You know, these young adults, a lot of them don't have severe disease. They might have mild symptoms, or some of them are going to be asymptomatic but able to spread the virus. Another whole group of them are still incubating the virus, so they don't even know that they're going to get sick within the next, 2 weeks. The better recommendation, the idea that we just send them all home, could actually backfire and cause us more problems.
Now, you heard Adam talk about possible refunds. A Republican state representative is urging fee refunds for UW students. Representative Barbara Dietrich from Oconomowoc says, quote, "I urge our UW system in the strongest of terms to meet any impediment to our students' choices of educational options and housing with a full, prompt refund. To do otherwise would mean committing a fraud upon those who have turned to our state universities in pursuit of a quality education."
Here's a look at the numbers. Wisconsin has reached a new record for the largest amount of COVID-19 cases confirmed in a single day. That's according to state and county health officials. With 1,502 new cases recorded today, roughly a third of those were confirmed in Dane County. Dane County has had more than 1,200 new cases in the past week, with today alone reaching a new single-day high of 456. DHS officials say 8,822 were tested in the past 24 hours, and the positive percentage of new tests has once again spiked to 17.5%, which is roughly the same as Tuesday's percentage. The 7-day average has increased to 13.4%. UW-Madison is also reporting its largest single-day increase of COVID-19 cases on campus. Dashboard data shows 295 students tested positive, while another 95 students tested positive off campus. More than 1,400 students and staff have tested positive since August. Meanwhile, UW-Whitewater reported 69 positive tests by students on campus this week, and UW-Platteville has recorded 56 since August 31st.
The U.S. Senate failed to advance a Republican stimulus bill to address some of the economic impact of the pandemic. It comes 4 months after House Democrats passed their $3 trillion plan. The Senate version was narrower and would have cost about a tenth of the House proposal. It would have provided $300 in extra weekly unemployment benefits, but did not include another stimulus check for individuals. Today's vote, 52 to 47, did not meet the 60-vote threshold. All Democrats and Republican Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky voted against the bill.
President Trump is pushing back against a new book from journalist Bob Woodward, in which the president says he downplayed the severity of the coronavirus pandemic. President Trump is calling Bob Woodward's new book, Rage, a, quote, hit job. The Washington Post published excerpts with audio clips of President Trump acknowledging the severity of the virus to Woodward back in February.
You just breathe the air, and that's how it's passed. And so that's a very tricky one. That's a very delicate one. It's also more deadly than your strenuous flus.
He had the information. He knew how dangerous it was. And while this deadly disease ripped through our nation, he failed to do his job on purpose. It was a life and death betrayal of the American people.
The president tweeted this morning, Bob Woodward had my quotes for many months. If he thought they were so bad or dangerous, why didn't he immediately report them in an effort to save lives? Bob Woodward said he didn't publish the president's audio sooner, saying that he wanted time to vet the president's statements.
Another unseasonably cool day. Will we see a warm-up anytime soon? Let's get our first warm forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, we have to get rid of the clouds and the showers, and unfortunately, that was not the case today. As we take a look at visible cloud tracks, still plenty of clouds over southern and central Wisconsin, but notice the northern part of the state starting to clear out. Now, that could pose some implications for areas north of Madison later on tonight, because if that clearing works its way southward, it's possible there could be some frost north of the Dells. But you can see the majority of the showers now are starting to shift east of Madison. There's an outside chance of a shower from Madison southward overnight, but areas north of the Dells, again, could clear out. Temperatures right now are in the lower to middle 50s, a few places in the upper 40s. It's actually a little warmer to the north. Black River Falls at 56. They've been getting a few peaks of sunshine, but the National Weather Service has issued a frost advisory from 11 p.m. tonight until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for Juneau and Adams counties. So look for temperatures to drop into the middle 40s by early tomorrow morning with cloudy skies, patchy fog, just a slight chance for a shower. But again, well north of the Dells, some areas could drop into the mid-30s, and that could lead to some frost. Tomorrow, though, we're back to cloudy skies, slight chance of a shower late in the day with a high of 64. Still looking like we'll see dry weather beginning on Sunday and lasting through a large part of next week. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
Okay, Gary, thank you. DNA has helped Madison officers arrest a suspect in a 2011 sexual assault. The Madison PD says 30-year-old Juan Salgado Arroyo appeared via video and was charged in Dane County Court on suspicion of felony first-degree sexual assault. It was August 22nd of 2011. A victim was chased on foot by two men who pushed her to the ground. This was the 1000 block of West Dayton. According to police, the sexual assault ended when the victim's screams summoned a witness who yelled at the suspects. Those suspects then fled on foot. Police said investigators collected suspect DNA from the victim. They entered the DNA profiles of two men into the National DNA database. Police said investigators didn't have an identity on the second suspect.
A death investigation is underway in Fitchburg after a man was found dead at Hatchery Hill Park. Fitchburg police say they were called to the park on Cahill, Maine around 4 yesterday afternoon for an adult male who was pulseless and not breathing. Officers say a preliminary investigation shows the man had likely been deceased for some time before being found. The incident remains under investigation. Officers say there is no danger to the public.
Police have arrested a 71-year-old man accused of painting racist and hateful remarks on buildings in the State Street and UW-Madison campus areas late last week. UW-Madison police identified John Englert thanks to security camera footage that pictured him in the campus area about the time that graffiti was done. Englert was arrested on charges of graffiti and bail jumping. UW-Madison Police Department pursuing similar charges.
The cause of a barn fire in Sun Prairie is under investigation. Crews were called to the 6000 block of County Road VV around 7:30 last night for reports of a barn engulfed in flames. Officials say it was a box alarm fire, which means that crews from other agencies were sent in to help. In total, crews from 17 fire departments helped fight the fire for more than 4 hours. Officials say more than 171,000 gallons of water was used. A home near the barn was damaged, but no one was injured in the fire.
As we get closer to the November election, there's some new confusion when it comes to absentee voting in Wisconsin.
Charlotte Deleste joins us now with the latest. Charlotte?
Susan and Eric, with 1 week before the state's deadline for absentee ballots to be mailed, the conservative-controlled Wisconsin Supreme Court has ordered that not one absentee ballot is to be mailed. That is, not until the court gives the go-ahead or makes any future ruling about who should be on the ballot. When that will be, no one knows. This all stems from a lawsuit filed by Green Party presidential candidate Howie Hawkins. He asked the court to take up his challenge of a Wisconsin Elections Commission decision to keep him off the ballot. And you may recall, rapper Kanye West is also trying to get on the ballot after the commission rejected him. So definitely some confusion, but there is time to clear it up. We do have 54 days until November 3rd, and we will bring you any updates as soon as we get any.
Charlotte, thank you. More to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, dozens of wildfires continue to burn in the western part of the U.S. New video of the damage in the state of Oregon. That's ahead at 5. Coming up tonight at 6, some college students in eastern Wisconsin have been suspended after throwing an off-campus party. Why they say it's unfair. That's ahead at 6. And the market seeing red across the board. The Dow tumbling some 406 points. The NASDAQ a 222-point dive, and the S&P falls 60. We'll be right back.
It's Slumberland's huge Labor Day sale. Get this stylish, comfy sectional for just $9.98 and get the storage ottoman free, or an incredible price on the Sealy Posturepedic Queen mattress and free shipping with no minimum. The Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
For our seniors, Social Security is a sacred obligation, a sacred promise made. The current president is threatening to break that promise. He's proposing to eliminate a tax that pays for almost half the Social Security without any way of making up for that lost revenue. I will not let that happen. If I'm your president, we're going to protect Social Security and Medicare. You have my word. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
TSR Concrete Coatings is the nation's largest residential concrete coating company, proudly serving homeowners throughout Wisconsin. Our coatings are 4 times stronger than regular epoxy and won't chip, crack, or peel. They're impact resistant and UV stable. Our unique process begins with a base coat to seal cracks and level the surface, then flakes in the color pattern of your choice. A top coat is applied for a durable, finished floor that can be installed in as little as 1 day. Act now to save 15% on your concrete coating project. Ask about 12 months, same as cash financing. TSR Nation is growing by the day with satisfied customers throughout Wisconsin, and we want you to be a part of it. As a special bonus, call during this program and receive a free TSR swag pack with your concrete coating project. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Great day on the lake.
It is.
Lunch is cooking. And I saved a bunch of money on my boat insurance with GEICO.
Oh, yeah?
Fellas, can it get any better than this? Whoa. My old hairstyle grew back.
So did mine.
What? I was an 80s kid.
It only gets better when you switch and save with GEICO.
Incredible savings on mattresses during the big Sealy sale now at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen mattress as low as $99 or a luxurious Sealy Posturepedic for $9.99 plus free shipping. The big Sealy sale at Slumberland.
A 19-year-old is in the hospital after a shooting in Sun Prairie last night, and we're asking UW officials to provide more details on the decision to quarantine more than 2,000 students as COVID-19 cases spike at 6.
Watching News 3 Now at 5.
Nearly 100 major wildfires continue raging in almost a dozen western states, claiming at least 7 lives and wiping out towns in Oregon and Washington.
Aerial scenes above Oregon show the devastating effect of multiple wildfires burning there. Just north of Sacramento in California, the North Complex West Zone fire destroyed the community of Berry Creek and killed at least 3 people. A dozen others are missing. In Washington, where more acres burn in a single day than in a typical year, Governor Jay Inslee has been touring the impacted areas.
This is an extraordinary series of events we have suffered. They are the result of catastrophically dangerous climatic systems.
Firefighters are hoping for some weather relief today in the form of cooler, less windy conditions before more heat returns to the West Coast this weekend.
Boy, I wish we could send them some of our rain. Another damp day today. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Yeah, you know, we had the showers just stick around for the day, couldn't break them, so our temperatures have stayed well below normal. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. I think tonight we'll see patchy fog, perhaps a slight chance for a shower, but most of the showers, at least for the time being, will be moving out over the next couple of hours. But we also could see some patchy frost in areas north of the Dells. Areas, say, from maybe Columbia County northward may clear out for a time tonight, and that could allow temperatures north of the Dells to drop into the 30s. Tomorrow will be a cloudy but mainly dry day. Just a slight chance for a shower later in the afternoon, but then showers and isolated thunderstorms return for tomorrow night into at least Saturday morning, but that'll be followed by dry weather for at least the first part of next week. The last couple of days we've set records for the coolest high temperature for the day. Both of the records were at 57. On Tuesday we're at 54. Yesterday we're at 51. Today, I think we've only made it to 53 so far, and the record low high temperature is 54, set back in 1924. So we could have a 3rd day in a row with record low high temperatures. But the rain at least has not been nearly as heavy as the last couple of days, mainly a 1/4 of an inch or less across much of southern Wisconsin, maybe a couple of areas out toward northern Grant County in the 1/4 to 1/2 inch range. But you can see the bulk of the more persistent showers are now shifting off to the east. Still a little bit of drizzle and occasional light light rain to the west, but a little wider radar perspective doesn't show us much upstream. So hopefully this will get rid of at least much of the showers for about a 24-hour period or so. But additional rainfall will occur from later tomorrow night into at least Saturday morning, maybe Saturday afternoon, and we could be looking at somewhere between about a third and a half inch of rain over southern Wisconsin. The computer models have been fluctuating a little bit on those amounts, but there could be some areas that see some heavier thunderstorms, more likely to the south and west of us, but we'll keep an eye on that. And this is again for tomorrow night into Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. Now, there are frost advisories, like I said, for areas north of the Dells. Freeze warnings in effect for northwestern Wisconsin, where temperatures could dip into the upper 20s. And while the Midwest temperatures cool down, the tropics continue to remain very active. An area of disturbed weather could become a tropical weather system off the coast of Florida. Even this area here is being watched by the National Hurricane Center. Then we have two tropical storms, Tropical Storm Paulette and Renee, and then an area of very strong development off the African coast that'll probably turn into a tropical system over the next couple of days. Around here, the clouds and the showers keeping temperatures down into the low to mid 50s. It's actually warmer to the north where there has been some sunshine, but again, those areas will turn colder later on tonight. Our forecast calls for that frost advisory in effect from 11 p.m. until 9 a.m. Friday morning for Juneau and Adams counties, as well as areas to the north and west. For tomorrow, back up to 64, assuming we can get rid of the showers for most of the day. Just a slight chance for a late afternoon shower. And then the rainfall amounts from, say, later tomorrow night into Saturday, probably around a half inch. A couple of areas could pick up over an inch in a heavier thunderstorm. 7 to 10 day forecast. Once the thunderstorms move out, we've got dry weather from Sunday through Wednesday. Did add a chance for showers from Thursday afternoon into Friday. This is still kind of iffy, but temperatures may cool down a little bit as we head into next weekend, still remaining generally around 70 degrees at that time. As we take a look at first warn traffic right now, there is an accident on the Beltline just right around Verona Road. So that's slowing up traffic on the westbound Beltline. Eastbound Beltline right now pretty much unaffected. Travel times about 19 minutes on the westbound Beltline from the interstate to University Avenue, 15 minutes on the eastbound Beltline. If you're heading out of Madison, it'll take you 26 minutes to get to Janesville on I-3990 southward from the Beltline, 16 minutes to Sauk City on US 12, also 16 minutes to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Ahead at 5, the NFL season kicks off tonight. The league planning several social justice initiatives. We'll tell you what's different this year. That's ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well, makeup artists, celebrities in Hollywood, and even people across the country just like you look and feel years younger in minutes.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, I look 20 years younger than I did before. And that's so super important because my whole life is about health, fitness, feeling good, and looking good. And first chance I really got to look how I feel inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. So if under eye bags and wrinkles make you look tired and older, take action with the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
In the race for a vaccine, the finish line is approaching.
safety protocols in place, and the greatest economy the world has ever seen coming back to life. But Joe Biden wants to change that.
I would shut it down.
Why would we ever let Biden kill countless American businesses, jobs, and our economic future when President Trump's great American comeback is now underway?
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
When you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, you'll always find great deals on the things you need. And right now, get even deeper savings store-wide with our lowest prices of the year. Like $65 instant savings on this DeWalt brushless drill driver kit. Get $7 off Farm and Fleet Platinum automotive batteries. And save $100 on this Masterbuilt pellet smoker. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. And don't miss out on our lowest prices of the year.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. UW Hockey is postponing its season, and the football and hockey teams announced yesterday they are postponing workouts as the numbers continue to climb on campus. UW Athletics first tested student athletes way back on June 8th, and as of yesterday, a total of 734 students returned to campus. Almost 4,000 COVID-19 tests have been administered in athletics between that time period, and 58 student athletes have tested positive on campus, while an additional 25 student athletes tested positive at testing sites outside of athletics. Those who have tested positive have been isolated.
Professional football is back tonight. Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs take on J.J. Watt and the Houston Texans in front of about 16,000 carefully placed spectators in Arrowhead Stadium tonight. All fans must wear masks, stay inside assigned stadium zones, and only tailgate with people they are sitting near. There are also new rules for players and coaches, which include frequent testing. Ahead of tonight's matchup, the league is planning social justice initiatives. The Chiefs and the Texans are expected to do a show of unity together before the game. And then before all games this week, the NFL is also planning on playing Lift Every Voice and Sing, which is considered the Black national anthem before games. Players will also be wearing decals on their helmets to honor victims of systemic racism and police brutality.
Schuster's Farm is honoring the Badger men's basketball team after the Big Ten tournament and March Madness were canceled due to COVID-19 back in March. ESPN held a simulation of who would win the big dance, and the Badgers won it. So Schuster's Farm celebrating the team by making Bucky, along with 2020 NCAA champs, a part of their corn maze this fall season. Although there was no March Madness, the Badgers did actually capture the Big Ten regular season championship. Schuster's Farm will open on September 19th. Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
It's easy to update your home at the Brothers Maine Labor Day Super Sale. Saving is easier on tons of great brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. And Maine makes getting more easier with up to 18 months of 0% financing. Want even more easy? Select items include free delivery through Monday. That's the More Store. The Labor Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more easy. Hurry in and see today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Keep tools, lawn equipment, and more protected with Suncast storage sheds from Menards. The Suncast Defender 7x7 storage shed features all-weather resin construction and a steel frame for added strength and durability. $659 after 11% rebate. Quaker State full synthetic motor oil helps improve fuel economy while protecting against engine wear. 1-quart bottles are $2.99 each after 11% rebate. Save with 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Pull into your driveway in style, relax by the pool in luxury, and give your front porch the facelift it needs with TSR Concrete Coatings, Wisconsin's premier concrete coatings contractor. Get beautiful concrete coatings installed in as little as 1 day, customizable and easy to clean. See the before and now the after. Our coatings are 4 times stronger than regular epoxy. They won't chip, crack, or peel. They're impact resistant and UV stable. Now check out these savings. Save 15% on your concrete coating project. Ask about 12 months, same as cash. TSR Nation is growing by the day with satisfied customers throughout Wisconsin, and we want you to be a part of it. As a special bonus, call during this program and receive a free TSR swag pack with your concrete coating project. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Why do black Americans, knowing they could lose their life in the course of just living their life?
Part of freedom is to be free from racism and all of its manifestations.
They deserve to be treated with dignity. They gotta know we're listening.
Reforming policing in this country means creating a national standard on use of force and hold police officers accountable.
We have such an opportunity now to change people's lives for the better. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
It's Ford Truck Month, and if this is your kind of day, and this is your kind of truck, then this is your month. Ford Truck Month. Now, get great deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 43 years.
Like $10,883 in total savings on the Bill Ford Tough F-150. See your Ford dealer today.
Another rainy night on the way, Gary?
Well, hopefully most of the rain will start winding down. You can see the showers now starting to shift east and southeast of Madison. Still can't rule out an isolated shower overnight. Temperatures right now are in the upper 40s to the lower 50s, and they're not going to move very much this evening. But areas well north of Madison could clear out tonight and see some patchy areas of frost. There's a frost advisory north of the Dells. Otherwise, look for a high of 64 tomorrow with a chance of showers late in the day. Some showers, a thunderstorm chance on Saturday, then dry weather for at least the first half of next week. Slight chance of showers later in the week.
Gary, thank you. Join us again 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.